The PlayStation 4's life cycle may be coming to an end. That doesn't mean the games are. I'm Ernest, and this is What to Play's top 10 PS4 games of 2018 so far, arranged by PlayScore. The PlayScore is an average of critic and gamer ratings. And if you want to see the PlayScores of every game, new and old, you can always check out our website at whattoplay.com. With that being said, let's get on with our list. Number 10 is Dragon's Crown Pro. Set in a medieval fantasy of swords and sorcery, lead for players traveling through dangerous dungeons in search for golden adventure. Developed by Vanillaware, this 2D role-playing game boasts a strategic action experience. Choose between the game's 6 heroic character types and decide whether you want to go in alone or with a friend. It was praised by its critics for its great RPG mechanics and a challenging dungeon crawling experience. Pro contains remastered visuals with added content and so much more. It has a play score of 8.67. Number 9 is Yakuza 6, Song of Life, the 7th main entry of the acclaimed Yakuza series. This action-adventure story takes you once again to a fictional open-world Japan alongside their signature arcade goodness and over-the-top combat. Kazuma returns as the series' main protagonist and the story gets more intense than ever. Witness the drama inside Japan's criminal underworld with flashy visuals, snazzy gameplay, and a rewarding exploration element while you roam around the land of the rising sun. It has a play score of 8.70. Number 8 is DJMax Respect. NeoWiz iconic rhythm game is still alive, folks. PlayStation 4's very own DJMax game is a reboot of some sorts, and it serves as the latest installment of the DJMax series. The biggest thing this game offers is its wide variety of features. It contains all the songs from known classics like Portable, Portable 2, Black Square, and so much more. Even better, most of the classic background animations are polished to accommodate the 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second. Respect features 6 modes to choose from: Arcade, Freestyle, Mission, Online, Ranking, and Collection. What you pick is up to you. It has a play score of 8.71. Number 7 is Dark Souls Remastered. From Software's latest remake, the genre-defining Souls series is also coming to the PS4. Get good as usual. This totally improved version of the original Dark Souls game is better, but still brutal as hell. Face off with demonic creatures in a broken world and try not to throw your controller out of frustration. This remaster contains all content, including DLC and a few surprises. It receives a play score of 8.87. Number 6 is Celeste. Beautiful as it may be, it's not an easy game. A mix of Metroidvania and platformer with a dose of Super Meat Boy, Celeste will rock your patience and your fingers. Follow Madeline in her quest to reach the top of Celeste Mountain. The game starts off slow with a few abilities but gets consistently difficult along the way. Jump, slide, and glide from various obstacles with grace, but mind the gaps and the spikes. It receives a play score of 8.87. Number 5 is Moss. Polyarch Inc.'s action-adventure/puzzle game uses the PlayStation VR to create an immersive experience into its dynamic world. Control a brave young mouse named Quill as she explores a magical forest. In this epic journey, guide her as she solves challenging puzzles and battle enemies using the PlayStation VR. Travel to fantastic places and physically interact with this interactive and tactile world. It's not just a regular VR game, it features a heartfelt story and offers rich tales about myth and magic. It has a play score of 8.91. Number 4 is Dragon Ball FighterZ. If there's one fighting game that separates the casuals from the hardcore, it has to be this one. Arc System Works' cel-shaded fighter oozes with style. Dominate your enemies with your snazzy button mashing skills as you increase your power level to its maximum. Choose from a selected cast of characters from the iconic Dragon Ball franchise. Witness a well-crafted visual and mechanical experience created with Arc System's magic. Go on a 3 vs 3 tag battle and unleash your combos in its spectacular fights. It has a play score of 8.95. Number 3 is Monster Hunter World. Embark on a brave new world in this latest Monster Hunter experience from Capcom. For the first time in the series, it completely improves the multiplayer co-op feature with better mechanics and convenient interactions. But the biggest thing in World is its huge variety of new things, including new monsters, new worlds, and a better combat system. Choose from an arsenal of unique weapons depending on your playstyle, and just like in classic MH, players can also craft their own armor and weapons with the monsters' parts they collected. Also, it's coming out to the PC this August 9th. Woo! It receives a play score of 9.16. Number 2 is Shadow of the Colossus. The PlayStation 2 was home for great gems and Team Ico's masterpiece was one of them. A remaster of the 2005 classic, enter a gorgeous open world teeming with mysterious colossi. Save your beloved from a sickness by taking down these gigantic beasts. In this remastered version, everything is brimming with lush visuals, smoother frames, and new secrets. Find each of the Colossi's weakness and topple them down. Ride your trusty steed and engage in epic battles in high definition. It has a play score of 9.19. Before we get to the number 1, here are the runners-up. Detroit Become Human, the latest game from Quantic Dream. The team behind Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls gives you a transhumanistic story set in a bleak and beautiful sci-fi society. Control 3 separate characters and make meaningful choices. It has a play score of 8.67. Burnout Paradise Remastered. Paradise City awaits in this ultimate driving playground from Criterion Games. Rule the streets with high-octane stunts and wanton destruction because this remaster includes all the DLCs and it's geared for 4K perfection. It has a play score of 8.63. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. Dive into a familiar yet vastly improved Ni no Kuni chapter and witness King Evan's life-changing journey of self-redemption. Meet new people around their beautifully crafted kingdoms and head to battle with an engaging combat system. It has a play score of 8.63. Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, the ultimate edition of NetherRealm's sleek and gritty superhero fighting game. It contains all the DLCs with a bit of fresh content. Meet your favorite characters from the DC universe with some third-party guests and watch them fight in epic 3D visuals. It has a play score of 8.49. LUMINES Remastered, a critically acclaimed classic puzzle game from the legendary Tetsuya Mizuguchi. Feel the sound and the pulsating visuals in high definition. Groove to its electric jams and feel the beat in every passing millisecond. It receives a play score of 8.46. And the best PlayStation 4 game this 2018 so far is God of War. Being able to witness the birth of a whole new Kratos in this latest installment from Santa Monica Games is a worthwhile experience. Seeing the angry demigod who murdered the entire Greek pantheon now turns his focus to his new son, Atreus. Considered as a soft reboot of some sort, follow Kratos and his son as they venture into the mystic Nordic lands filled with trolls and draugrs. For the first time in the series, we get to have a fleshed out story about Kratos' emotional side and a gripping new over-the-shoulder combat in contrast to the third-person hack-and-slash gameplay from previous games. Take control of the legendary Leviathan axe and bash foes with indomitable icy strength. Use Atreus and his magical arrows to strike enemies from the distance. It's definitely the best God of War game ever created, and it certainly deserves the top spot on this list with a play score of 9.54. And those were the top 10 PS4 games of 2018 so far. Did your favorite make it? Leave a comment below. And if you want to see a list of all the best games of 2018, there's this little description box right here down below that you can check out for all the links, including the ones in this video. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to become a certified What To Player. See ya.